Controlling the speed of your footage inside of Adobe Premiere Pro is actually really quick and easy. Now, there's a really simple way of doing this, and of course there is a more complicated, a little bit more fancy way of doing this, but I'm going to show you both because they're both really important. So first of all, we're going to right-click our footage, and we're going to go to speed/duration. And quite simply, all we need to do to speed this up is just increase the number. So pay attention to the duration. It says 6 seconds. If I increase this to 200%, that would decrease down to 3 seconds. There you go. So now we play this back, and we're playing that back in double speed. If we go back to speed/duration and we go to 50%, you can see that has now gone up to 12, and it's playing that back in slow motion. Of course, though, you will notice, though, that the footage is looking really weird. It's this choppy effect. And that is because this is 25 frames per second footage slowed down in a 25 frames per second sequence. So therefore, we've now got 12.5 frames a second playing in theory. So it's looking like this. So if you wanted to do a slow motion, then I would recommend shooting your original footage in a higher frame rate, so 50 frames per second or higher, and you'll get a smooth slow motion playback. I know that's separate to editing, but it's always worth noting that's why you're seeing this. It's because you're slowing down 25 frames per second footage. So if your project is 25 frames per second and you want 50% slow motion, then you need to make sure that your footage is 50 frames per second, if that makes sense. So 50 frames per second, footage slowed down in half, it now realistically is 25 frames per second, if that makes sense. That's essentially going to stop this flickering effect here, so make sure you're slowing down the right footage. Of course, though, if we go back into speed/duration, you can see, as well as doing all of these different speed effects with percentages, we can also just change the duration. So if you want it to be exactly 5 seconds or exactly 10 seconds, you can do that here. Then, of course, you've got reverse speed. So if we put that to 100% and go to reverse speed, this is just going to play this back in the opposite direction. So we're coming back on ourselves like this. As you can see, really, really easy. This is our speed control, and this is just our super basic way of doing this. Now, of course, you will notice down here, we've got frame sampling, frame blending, and optical flow. These are essentially just the different ways that the computer is going to process the gaps between each frame. So if you did want to actually have slowed down footage, but you didn't have that, if we go to optical flow and we press OK, Premiere is going to basically try and fill in those gaps for us a little bit. So as you can see, this is the original option. If we go back and we change this to frame blending, we press OK, you can see now we've got this weird distortion effect, but that slow motion effect is a little bit more tolerable. And if we go to optical flow, you can see it's gone one step better. It's still not perfect though, so I would recommend making sure that you're shooting the right footage and slowing down the right footage as well. So I'm going to return that back to frame blending and reset this back to 100%. So slowing down footage, speeding up footage, reversing footage, it's all done from the speed/duration tab. Of course, though, if you wanted to be a little bit fancier and you wanted to do some speed ramping, this is essentially just when you have normal speed and then you have fast speed, but you ramp into it rather than just harshly stopping and starting. So it's transitioning between different speeds. In order to do that, you would right-click the footage, go to Show Clip Keyframes, Time Remapping, and press Speed. And now you can see, we can no longer see the video clip. We're seeing the time remapping keyframes. So if we go to this option here, which is the pen tool, we create a point here, and we separate these points here by using the selection tool. You can now see we can increase the speed of this. So we can go up to 200%, which is double speed. And this is our transition. So we can increase the transition if we wanted to. So in normal speed, and then we'll transition into that. Now, as you can see, computer's having a hard time. So I'm just going to go into sequence, render in to out. Just going to let that render out. So this is the computer basically just giving us a rendered preview of this, so it will play back better. There we go. You can see the green line means it's safe to preview. And now when we play this back, there's the effect, and we've just ramped into that speed. It's a really great way of doing that. Now, you might notice especially in lifestyle videos and real estate videos, the camera will zoom in very quickly and then come back down to normal speed. We just have to do the same thing what we just did, but in reverse. So we'll have a quick transition. We'll have a fast moment. Then if we go back to the pen tool, create another point, create another transition, and then bring this point back down to 100% or real time. You can see we've got real time, transition, double speed, transition, real time. And again, I'm going to render this into out. I'm just going to let Premiere render this so we can play this back in good real speed with no lag. You can see we've got the green bar to approve this. Here we go. There's a transition in, double speed, and then back down to normal. You can make this quicker if you wanted to, and by doing that, you just pull this bar up so you can see we're now at 600%. We can make these transitions faster and snappier if you wanted to. And now when we render this, you can see this is how this is looking. So real speed, speed ramp up, speed ramp down, and there we go. So as you can see, this is a more professional and more polished way of adjusting the speed by transitioning through the different variations, the different speeds. We're creating this speed ramping effect. And this is used in music videos, in real estate videos, anything you can imagine, this effect is going to come in handy. But there you go. That is how you adjust your speed of your clips inside of Adobe Premiere Pro 2026.